right. Welcome, everybody. Trying to get this. I guess it's all cleared off now. Okay. Hey, this is Bill Bostic back again with Linglestown Gazette Live. As always, broadcasting from the, what did we call this? The Linglestown Gazette News Shed. I don't have a newsroom. We have a news shed here in Linglestown. And we have a good show on tap for you tonight. Some breaking news, believe it or not. No one in the studio knows what that is. We'll get to that in a few minutes. We do have another business spotlight. Anthony Grisello's back as usual to break the ice and also co-host. I think he's going to be able to. He sometimes shuffles off the bed. He has a busy schedule and he's early to bed guy. So hopefully we can keep him up long enough to get him through the show. And we'll look at high school sports. And of course, the breaking news and other things will be under the new news final section or final segment of the show. And we're going to start off with our business spotlight. And I want to introduce you to Kelsey Ramsberger. Sideways. There you go, Kelsey. I wonder what it does that. Well, anyways, it works out fine. So Kelsey is one of the owners, I believe, of Panacea Healing Arts. And this particular business is one of Linglestown Gazette's business partners. So, Kelsey, why don't you tell folks where you're at, and then just what's happening at your location here in Linglestown.
Absolutely. First, thank you for having me on your show today. I'm privileged to be here. So we are located on North Mountain Road, just below the Turkey Hill. So right outside the town of Linglestown. And we offer a lot of holistic modalities there, including bioscan, MSA, holistic nutrition, massage therapy specialties, that is myself, as well as reflexology, sound therapy, herbal consultations, and quantum medicine. We have a lot of group sessions every month, so that could be anything from RPG role-playing games for children and adults that want to just get out and be a little bit more social, maybe overcome a few things that they're struggling with in life. And we also have sound therapists and yoga instructors and Kundalini instructors, all types of people that are coming in and sharing their gifts in our space every month.
Yeah, you almost have to visit just to find out all the, I guess you call it modalities or all the kinds of things that are happening there. Mm-hmm. And I guess if you have time, you give them a tour, show them the facility, all that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. The space is your space to come in and get the tools that you really need for your wellness journey. It's really comprehensive. So if Western medicine isn't the only thing that's helping, or maybe not helping at all, we have the things that could help get you there.
Yeah. And I can vouch for this particular business because I think I've gotten 3 or 4 massages from Kelsey, and I mean, she does a wonderful job. I literally almost fell asleep today. That's how restful I was, I guess. I didn't say much during the session, so you knew I was enjoying it. So I guess what would you suggest for people who want to check out this form of wellness that's not traditional medicine? How do you describe it? Is it Eastern, or how do you describe what you do versus going to a doctor?
Sure. So holistic, meaning that we don't just look at the physical body in individual pieces and parts. We look at the function of the entire system, how it interrelates to everything else within the body, as well as how it relates to your mental and emotional well-being. So emotions are energy in motion. When you have negative emotions, they can actually get stuck in the body. They can cause chronic pain and other conditions that are really difficult to treat with pharmaceuticals because the issue is not physical, it's more energetic or emotional. So our modalities are focused primarily on that aspect of the healing process. And what I would say for anybody curious about this is just come in with an open mind. Everything is scientifically backed. We don't do anything that is too out there, too woo-woo, and if you are very curious, we have the information that is necessary, and we'd be happy to provide you with that.
And it sounds like if someone wanted to try it, they might be able to get a small group and work out something with you that they could get an introduction. It's because I know you have that space up in the second floor. You could do a group thing if you wanted to, I believe.
Absolutely. We have group sessions available every month. They're always changing, always shifting. So if you want to check out our website and see what's coming up for this month, we have a couple things on deck. But you are also able to book it private sessions. So if you want to
Hmm.
do a group session or host a party or anything like that, you can tailor it. You can choose the modalities that you are interested in. If you want to try a cacao ceremony or a sound immersion, anything along those lines, we can facilitate that for you. And it's a nice, safe way to experience something new and different and just give it a try, dip your toes in a little bit.
And the last couple of things, we'll just go back and have you tell people where you're at and maybe the hours, that kind of thing. But can you give 2 or 3 examples, maybe 4 examples of diagnoses that people might have? Yet many times they're going to go to a medical doctor, but also they might have an option to get some relief by coming to your place. So can you give some diagnoses that are a good fit for what you're doing?
Absolutely. Some of the main ones that I work with are chronic pain and fatigue, fibromyalgia, scoliosis,
Hmm.
and post-surgical, as well as oncology massage modalities. I'll give an example here. I had a woman recently who had surgery on a tendon in her foot 30 years ago
Hmm.
and lost sensation in her foot, and her proprioception was off as well because that signal to the feet was lost. And within 2 reflexology sessions, she was able to feel her foot again, and she stopped running into things. So that nervous system and proprioceptive ability has been restored. And it is really quite quick when you're able to address the issue at its cause. The body really does want to heal itself. Sometimes it just needs a little help.
Now, what kind of treatment did got this woman back in pretty good shape? I didn't understand what the treatment was that you did.
That was reflexology.
Reflexology.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Some of the other ones I work with are edema, and any type of chronic stress, if that's mental, emotional, physical. We have modalities that can address or all of those. And Hannah, my business partner, she works a lot with gut dysfunction. She can do a gut test to tell you what's off, what needs to be balanced, and help
Mm,
restore healthy digestion and everything that goes along with a healthy gut, which is really the whole system.
yeah. I may have to check into the mental stuff because I'm a little wacky. So,
Aren't we all a little?
but I do. I can tell you that my shoulders and different things are not as tight this evening after getting the massage. Hopefully that it lasts for a few days.
Yes.
So let me put this back up, and why don't you just remind everyone where you're at, and if you do have any standard hours or whether they need to call you, that kind of thing. Let's see if I have the right picture here.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yes, we're at 701 North Mountain Road, just beside the Turkey Hill. And our hours right now are by appointment only. There are only the two of
Hmm.
us, other than our group sessions, which you can see online. Everybody's welcome to come to those. It is appointment only. So do give us a call or email if you want to schedule an appointment. And we do offer free consultations to help you discover what might be the best method for you.
Yeah, and I believe if you're on Facebook, you can just put Panacea Healing Arts in the search area. You'll find
Mhm.
them, or go to Google. Of course, you'll find them that way too. Um, so, Kelsey, thanks for being the business spotlight tonight, and I look forward to my next session a few weeks from now in April. So,
Yeah, thank you so much. An honor to be here.
well, I'm glad. I mean, I don't know if you're the first person to say it was an honor to be here, but yeah, that.
It's a privilege. Yeah.
All right, let's see you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
And let's bring in Anthony now. We're going to go move into our icebreaker. How are you doing, first of all, Anthony? You look
Fan,
happy.
I'm always happy. I'm very happy. I was thinking about the group sessions he's talking about. Do you think we can get the coffee guys in there for a group?
I think we should talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, you
Okay.
bring it up.
Okay. Yeah, I think could you see Fred in there going?
Yeah,
going
I could see Fred. I'm not sure I could see my other buddy in there though.
Who's that?
My
Which?
big brother. Big
Oh,
brother's not going to go in there.
okay.
So.
Oh yeah, I know who you mean. All right. So Anthony, I wanted to use this icebreaker at least for a few seconds to update people about Linglestown Gazette's Facebook page being hacked.
Yeah.
Well, you suspected there was someone local, didn't you?
I do suspect that, and I still suspect that. Well, I have our team working on that.
Okay. Well, I've been working. This is I think the 8th day since it was hacked last Monday. So yeah, this would be the 8th day. I'm at the point now where I think I might be able to get some live help. Think about how many millions and millions of people use Facebook.
Yeah.
It's probably an impossible task to get live help all the time. I actually paid for live help, but I can't get it because of the hack. I can't get to the right place. So
not sure why I didn't think about this earlier, but it just came to mind earlier today. I know Senator Dave McCormick.
Okay. Yep.
His wife is the president of Meta.
Oh, there you go. Hey, could you put a good word in for me,
maybe
Anthony?
I'll text him when we're done and say, can you talk to your wife and help out Linglestown Gazette? So
yeah, tell him I'm Meta verified and I can't get to the benefits.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till earlier today.
Well, that'd be great if you do that.
Yeah.
And then the one other thing about this hack, if you go right now, Linglestown Gazette is on my personal Facebook page, which I changed the name of it from Bill Bostic to William F. Bostic, thinking
sounds a lot better. I like the sound of that. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I love that. Yeah.
So I had to change it because I thought that would help me get into the right place to get help. It didn't, but so now I'm stuck with this name for 60 days. But it sounds like you said I shouldn't change it.
No, I like it. It's very professional.
And I wanted to put this up for you. Why don't you talk about this, Anthony? Your big car show coming up.
Oh, thanks for doing that. Yeah, it's our car show, April 25th. This is the 3rd or 4th year. I can't remember. But anyway, we started a few years ago. Holy Name, it's out back by the gym. $10 a car. Enter your car. We have food. There's usually some music playing from one of the car show attendees has some nice 60s, 70s music playing. It's just a great day. And if the weather's not good that day, if it's rained out, it's the next Saturday is the rain date. So the first year we had like 90 cars entered, had a nice crowd, and it's been about 50 or 60, 70 cars the past couple years after. So it's all depends on the weather. If it's a nice day, more and more you see all kinds of different old cars, modern cars, no Jeep Compasses. So Bill, you're gonna have to
Jeep Renegade. I can't bring my Jeep Renegade.
Yeah.
I can't bring that.
No, but you can come out and see my old Corvette.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were serious.
If you have an old car or you have a car you like to show off, just bring it over to Holy Name. It's it's the Knights of Columbus. We throw that every year now. Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to promote, last thing with the icebreaker, is this Friday.
Oh yeah.
Is a benefit for NutriPacks. We had them on last week. They help students in the Central Dauphin School District that are, I guess they say food challenge. They just need food, and helps them out. And they're going to be raising money over at Central Dauphin East.
Is that this Friday?
Yeah, Hoops for Hunger, the 4th one. And they have all kinds of different things happening there. Some of that stuff may be listed here, but basically they're trying to raise money for their program. And you're
supposed to bring peanut butter or jelly out there.
Yeah, peanut butter or jelly or both is how you get in.
Plastic containers.
They have silent auctions, and they're raising money at various places. So anyways, I just wanted to if you're looking for something to do on Friday night, and I forgot that it is Good Friday, but if you want to spend some time and have some fun, I think they have a DJ, and it's Teachers Against Teachers, I believe, staff, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's coming up Friday.
Okay.
And then
I forgot. So this is good. This is not Good Friday.
It's not Good Friday this week?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's not Good Friday. I'm losing track. That's why I need to go to Kelsey and get my head on straight.
Yeah.
But the big news in high school sports, of course, is the Central Dauphin Rams pulling off a major upset.
That's awesome. Congratulations to those boys, man.
They beat whenever you say Philadelphia, you have basketball going on. And so one of their charter schools down there called Imhotep Charter came into this game, a major, big time favorite. and our guys beat them by 3 or 4 points in a very, very tight game that came down to the last few seconds.
CD stayed with them. Stayed
Yep.
right there with them. Boy, I tell you, they really did a great job. That's the first state title for CD basketball, isn't it?
Yep, ever.
That's
Yeah, they
great.
made it to the semifinal, I believe, before. And I want to give props to the gentleman in the middle there. That's Seth Leonard. This is actually the second year, I believe, Joe Gilloway of Linglestown Gazette Sports told me, the second year that he's been a head coach. This is the first year with the Rams, and he took them all the way to the state championship. And I think the thing, Anthony, that I noticed was where I was seated, I could see both benches. And this, of course, Seth Leonard got a little excited here and there, but generally he's a very cool customer. And the other coach was just going crazy.
Yeah, I was watching it on TV. He was going nuts. I mean, he was pacing around and waving his arms. And the other coach, the
Imatep coach, yeah. So the mental game, I think CD just they were relentless. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
And CD has, it's only 1 or 2 seniors?
One,
is that right?
One senior in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
and they're six man as a senior as well. But they're stacked going into the next year as well.
What about Blue Line Pools being your sponsor?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Blue Line Pools. Let's mention them.
Outdoor living.
Anthony, you're a big promoter as well as I try to be. A little bit off tonight.
I like Jason. He's got a great company, good local business. I mean, he just does beautiful. Look at the work he does.
Look at that. I mean, it's not only the pool, but look at the hardscaping and the artwork. Really, with the steps.
I'm doing this. I love Jason and his business. He's got his wife and his kids are all great. But I'm hoping to sell enough jobs for him so I can get something free.
Replace your blow up pool.
I want a nice little kidney shaped pool, and I need a new wall out front.
You don't ask for much, do you?
Not much. We'll start with the wall, and then we'll work our way to the backyard.
Yeah, Blue Line Pools and Outdoor Living really was a wonderful thing when they came work with us. Anthony helped bring them over to Linglestown Gazette, and they're our title sponsor for 2026 for this weekly podcast, Linglestown Gazette Live. So thank you, Jason Myers, for that.
Hey, can I real quick? I want to go back to that car show. So my company does a sponsor. We do a decent donation. Sharon Stump, who's one of your new business, she does a
business
nice
partner
donation. Yeah, she does a nice donation for this show and puts up a tent. And so if there's any other local businesses in the area that want to, contribute to this, we're looking for a couple, if you want to do $250, $500 donation, and that'd be much appreciated. It's for a great cause.
I wonder if you could do a discount for me since I'm a nonprofit and a true nonprofit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, have you paid your stormwater fees?
I have.
Okay. There seems to be a problem with that in the township. So the Coons Pool, I saw on 27 News are trying to raise $600,000. I ran into Jason. Another thing about Jason and his family, they got great taste in food. You know why? Because they go to Gabriella's all the time.
Okay. So you're saying that I don't have good taste because I go to Sheets.
Well, I'm not going to answer that. But I ran into Jason and his wife the other night. I was talking to Jason. He gave them a quote, which he sent to me. It was like 500,000 plus, whatever, to do the workout.
They gave the quote to who?
To Coons Pool.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it here. But anyway, my point in that is that you brought up the news story from 27, right?
I had it on Linglestown Gazette, yes.
Yeah, so, Jason, 508,230 was his estimate. And that was everything. That was doing the concrete work. That was getting them back up. So I guess they're trying to raise $600,000. The real number for that job to do it, and Jason gave them a discount for, being local, and he's right there, and he's just trying to help out in the community. $508,000. That real number should be anywhere from $800,000 to $900,000 to really get it done the way it has to be done. So, if they can now it's all about raising the money. they have to raise them. That's a lot of money to raise.
Yeah,
I don't know that
if they're able to, even not just because Blue Line and Jason Myers is a sponsor, but I'm hoping they don't try and restore that cinder blocks pool. It's
no. If you're going to do it, you have to do it the right way, and that's what Jason was saying. So, he gave him a heck of a deal at 500,000 to where it should be what 8 or 9. He told me. So
right.
My point
Yeah.
in saying that is it's a lot of money to raise. Okay, I'm not sure they can do it, but there are 2 other pools in the township.
Yeah, I think they may be able to get some more money from the state, possibly, depending on our lawmakers and how much they could help out. But when you're trying to raise that much money, you almost have to bring a professional fundraiser in to get some help. I mean, I would think.
Yeah, I agree. And the they've already, when George was running that pool,
George Kunkel,
they got a bunch of money from the casino grants, and I know that last year Dolphin Pool received a nice grant that Joe Kerwin, Rep Kerwin, was able to get for them. I think it was like $20,000 or $25,000. I think.
Yeah, all these grants you're talking about were like under 20,000 for the most part. So it would put a small dent in a $600,000.
Yeah. So
but
I'm not sure they can do it. If they can't, I've been saying they should tear it all down, fill it in, and make a parking lot for Coons Park out there. They need parking. So
yeah,
what else? What else we want to raise hell about tonight?
Well, that pretty much takes care of my list as far as everything coming up to our final segment. New news. Go ahead. What do you have?
Okay. Well, I have another thing. What about Pamela Thompson running around in a car not inspected since July of 2025?
Well, you know who we should be talking,
right?
We should be talking to the police to find out why they don't ticket her.
Yeah, right. And they pulled her over twice. How does she get away with this? So not only am I done paying my sewer and stormwater bills, I just bought 2 new vehicles for us a couple months ago.
Right.
Next year, when I'm not getting them inspected. I'm done. I'm done. I am finished. You know how much money they're helping me save?
A ton.
A ton of money. No stormwater, no sewer bills. I'm
what
not
should
doing that.
What should I stop paying?
Everything, and then run for supervisor.
Yeah.
I want the deal Charles and Pamela get.
Well, you talked to me about this, and I think we're getting to the point where anyone who's concerned about this, and it is a legitimate issue.
It is.
And I don't think the township supervisors, some of them may, but many of them don't acknowledge that it's a problem from a ethics. One does. Okay.
One does. Robin recognizes it at a problem. I guarantee you she does. Okay?
I don't know why they don't listen to their solicitor, because I'm sure that
I don't know.
But we're at the point now where these meetings aren't working very well. You're going to have to go to the state ethics board with this.
They never answer any of my questions.
Right.
And the reason why I have to get loud with them is because all John Campbell does is sit up there and spit out one big word salad. I mean, he said nothing in that 5 or 10 minute speech he gave about why they can't say now to last week what their plan is for the township, what their agenda is. Well, and even Robin Lindsay said, why are we waiting until June or July? And he gave some answer that made no sense.
Well, they don't really need to put out a plan. They just need to put things on the agenda to discuss.
Right. And
that's what the last board did. There's no requirement that they have a plan that they verbalize.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But a couple people got up during the meeting and said, hey, can you tell us like what you're going to do? What your plans are for this township? And he said, well, we'll let you know in June or July. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
This guy's something. If we have any comments tonight?
No comments. No.
No one's bashing me?
No.
Where's all these people bashing me?
Teresa, you know Teresa.
Yeah.
I was the lunch lady here for 7 years, and I used to pack them. What's that mean? At your home?
It was years ago. She wanted to do something part-time, so her and her girlfriend worked out at East High, and I think she used to help do that. Yeah, that was a while back. Long time.
Let's go ahead. You have anything else?
No, I'm done. I said enough.
All
I'll
right.
listen to you now.
So I'm going to have to add a report, Anthony's Lower Paxton Township report.
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
no problem.
I'm passionate about it. I mean, I can't believe, like, you get, there's a couple guys, John Vogel, Tony Dare, Carrie Berry, or whatever their names are. They're ridiculous. They how can you justify what this guy's doing as not a problem? If it was me and I didn't pay my bills and I was a supervisor, there'd be protests out front of my house.
Yeah, this in the past there have been people who have gotten in trouble for less. Let's put it that way.
Right.
All right, let's move on to new news. And I have some
news.
breaking news.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, let me get to it here. Let me get the picture up. Do you know who this guy is?
Yes, yeah. Yes, I do.
Mr. Gene Stilp from Fishing Creek Valley.
Yeah, he lives right there by the Valley store.
He is suing Central Dauphin School District.
Oh, is that right? A surprise.
Yeah,
surprise.
It's because of the restart of 3 Mile Island.
Oh my God! How much money?
Yeah, Gene has been before most of the municipalities in the township and in the school district. There's 7, and he's been in front of the school board multiple times about the idea, and it looks like it's going to go through restarting TMI so that Microsoft can take that electricity and send it to one of their data centers in Virginia.
Right.
And Gene and many people are just don't like the idea of firing up a 50-year-old nuclear power plant having that. And what he is banking on, Anthony, is that there was some sort of case on Long Island back in a number of decades ago where an area was able to prevent a nuclear startup by not cooperating with developing an emergency plan.
Okay. So he doesn't want the schools to develop emergency plans? That's
right. He doesn't want the schools. He doesn't want the schools or the school district putting any money into an emergency plan. He wants the company, Constellation Energy, I think it is, that company to pay for it. No money from our tax money. They have to pay for this emergency plan. And he's suing the district because he believes they're using taxpayer money to put this together. That's all I can tell you tonight. I know he's doing it. I talked to him briefly. I have not gone through his information. I haven't discussed anything with the school district. Now, they probably won't talk to me because it's pending litigation. But I have to get a better idea what's going on. It's time for him to give it up. Why do you say?
I'm checking with somebody on something here real quick. My brother-in-law works for Constellation.
Okay.
And he's pretty high up with the company, but I've been talking to him. You know who's really mad about this data center or this TMI thing is Maryland, the state of Maryland.
Okay.
Because they're jumping right over them and sending everything to Virginia. So Maryland is the one that's losing out on a ton of money. So
I think what happens, Anthony, with the electricity, it goes into a regional network. I forget the name of it. There's a company that has a whole region of the United States. So that's
I know. That's what I'm trying to find out. I forget the name of it. He told me. So
I used to do that when I was working. I just stopped working a month or so ago, but I can't pull it out of my head what the name of the place is.
Yeah, Constellation owns it, but there was another. He was telling me so, but go ahead. I just think it's just let it go, Gene. You made enough money.
Well,
Exelon split with them.
Our sources tell us that it's going to go through.
Yeah, of course it is.
So, but Gene's going to do what he can to stop it, and this litigation may be part of it. So we'll see.
All right.
As far as the school board, they do meet tomorrow night, Anthony. Will you be at that meeting?
No, I'm not going to the school board meeting. But can I say on that part? I remember I was talking to you earlier today. I would love to know how far in advance they plan for development.
Well, we're going to get into that in just a moment. We're going to get into that in just a moment. I just wanted to say the school board is meeting. I looked at the agenda. Nothing major is on there. Gene Stilp will be there apparently to talk to them and sort of say, this is what you need to do. So we'll see what happens.
I hope he wears his TMI jacket that he wears.
I'm sure he will. No restart.
Oh, no reason. Yeah, it's an awesome jacket.
So in this new news session, I'm going to try and spur on some discussion because what it looks like, we've talked briefly here and there about the 770 unit housing development proposed currently to go in just east of Linglestown.
Yep.
A huge community. It's going to stretch from Wenrick Road almost all the way over to the high school on Piketown Road. Not the whole way, but most of the way over there. And if you ever drive by that piece of land, it is huge. I don't know how many acres it is.
Oh, no, it's going to be beautiful.
And currently the initial just sketch plan, there's not a lot of detail there, but the sketch plan where the homes will be located, generally speaking, the road network, it just shows some of that basic stuff. That's been approved. So now that that's approved, they have to go through all the details. It may take another 1.5 years, 2 years to get it approved, but it's on its way. So that's where we're at with that one. But there's other developments happening across the school district. And the school, right when I never saw this happen, Anthony, whenever Triple Crown Corporation or their representatives presented this to the township initially, the planning commission, Superintendent Eric Turman showed up at the meeting. I've never, ever seen a superintendent show up at any kind of township meeting. And one of the school board members came and basically, without going into great detail, they were saying, look, this is going to put a tremendous hurt on the school district because of the schools in the Linglestown area, at least, are pretty much tapped out when it comes to classroom space. So they're getting in. I know the middle school has some overcrowding issues. And now we're going to add over the next decade, maybe 770 homes or somewhere in that neighborhood. So they were just saying, look, I mean, the school director that was there, a woman, was very passionate. I mean, she was saying, you're going to ruin the school district with this thing.
Yeah,
so this is
Mike.
Go ahead.
They've known for years that this township is growing, this district is growing. I mean, by huge numbers. So, I mean, why is the school, how far in advance are they planning for this? Or do they have somebody that meets with developers?
I mean, that's a good question. And I'm working together with Joe Gillaway. He and I sometimes co-host This and That, the podcast. And on Thursday night at 7:00, This and That, the podcast, will be talking to Superintendent Turman about just that thing. They're planning, what they're doing now, maybe some tax issues. When he was at the planning commission meeting, he thought it would be a $200 million bill to catch up with us, adding on to schools or maybe building a new one somewhere. So that's a number he threw out. I don't know if that was a scare tactic or how good that estimate was. It's probably very, very rough, but it's a major impact. And of course, when you do something like that, who's going to pay for it? For the most part, we are the taxpayers.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things I wanted to throw out there to get a discussion going on this issue. First of all, I think one of the questions people would have is, why in the world is our area being targeted for not just this one we talked about in Lower Paxton, but West Hanover Township has one that's ready to go. That's 250 homes around Sioka Honda in that general area. And they have other smaller ones that are in the works as well. And at least one townhouse community out by the truck stops that's still building. I mean, it's been approved. Yeah. They have a new phase they're opening up. So they're adding things in West Hanover. Dauphin.
Yeah, that's
Dauphin Borough has like 200 apartment units and some single family homes going in somewhere.
Yeah, it's off Hagee Lane.
Where is Hagee? I was out there looking for property that might be. I couldn't find it.
So if you go up 322 and the exit that goes off for Water Gap.
I took that. Yep.
Yeah, you get off that, go to the top of the ramp, make a left. You'll see a big crane in the area. They have some buildings up already. That's one of our customers back there. Was on that site a week or two ago because they were hauling. But
when I go left there in the borough, where do I look for this open space or crane?
No, well, if you get off the very first exit after the underpass and you go through the borough, you just keep going straight up the hill. Okay. And you go over 322.
Okay,
but if you stay on 322 and get off the Dauphin Water Gap exit that takes you, then there's two exits there. The one will take you to Halifax over Peters Mountain.
Yeah.
And the other one, you stay in the right lane, you go to the top of the ramp, make a left, and the Hagee Lane's right down on the right. Now they have another entrance that'll open up prior to Hagee Lane that you can take to go into that development.
Next time I go out and look, I'll look for Hagee Lane.
But yeah, it's right there on the right. You can't miss it. But
Okay.
it stretches the whole way back over to 225.
Okay.
And it's a big spot.
Yeah, and then Swatara Township has something brewing too. So
Right.
some of the reasons that we're getting hit is one is migration. We have, like in our township, we have a lot of Nepali families that are coming in here.
Huge.
Yeah, they have a big population. And then we also have people migrating from other metropolitan areas in our region. The Harrisburg area is lower cost of living than New York metropolitan area, Philly, DC. And if someone's telecommuting or occasionally has to go to those cities, we're perfectly situated for them so they move in here to save money. And the schools have a reputation of being decent. So it's a great place to live. I mean, it's beautiful around here. The mountains, it's parks and hiking, whatever you want to do, the river. So anyways,
40 acres, I'll sell them up in Halifax.
Yeah, well, we should advertise that, right?
Yeah.
And it has wildlife on it and everything.
Yeah, everything.
And you have the equipment to sort of shape the land however they want.
Yeah, whatever they want.
So that's one reason people are moving in. The other reason is what logistics is? Logistics hub status.
Yeah.
What is it? Logistics. Warehousing. That's really another name for where we have.
They're building a big one out by the truck stop.
Yep, on top of the hill there.
Yeah,
and so that brings in jobs. I mean, so good paying jobs to work in these warehouses if that's what you want to do. And the other thing, even though developers tend to make bigger homes, the homes are more affordable here than those other places we mentioned. So people can get we don't have enough affordable housing, but we have plenty of homes if people have a decent job and they can afford to get a mortgage and all that kind of thing, sell their other home, whatever. So all these things are conspiring that our growth, we're in a growth spurt, and it's not just the East Shore in our area, but the Cumberland County is one of the fastest growing areas probably on the East Coast because of the same factors I just mentioned.
Yeah, they're constantly adding on to their schools and building new buildings. I mean, I know Eagle View Middle School out in the Cumberland Valley School District, they must have been demolishing and adding on because, I mean, that was a big job they were hauling up to my site over the past couple of weeks from that middle school, and they're adding on. So it's the same thing. But CD School District, how many new kindergarten buildings or buildings did they buy for this?
There's going to be 4 buildings, I believe, dedicated to kindergarten. Yeah.
Yeah, just for kindergarten.
Yeah, and this is the sprawl happening in West Hanover Township. I've shown this before. It's on the Linglestown Road corridor in West Hanover Township. That's an example of sprawl in our area. I mean, a decade or so ago, you wouldn't have seen something like this.
So were 4 buildings required for this kindergarten?
I think I didn't follow that, Anthony, but apparently instead of building one giant building, they bought existing office buildings that could be converted. So instead of a building may cost you $50 million minimum. They spent $10 million for 3 buildings, and then they converted the administration building over at CD East to that as well. So I mean, I thought it was a great idea to buy the properties.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe so. I didn't, but I just would love to know how far in advance they plan for development.
Tune into This and That, the podcast. You might get an answer on Thursday. But all this stuff is going to lead to higher taxes, higher property taxes, because of the schools are going to need some attention.
Yeah.
So I mean, they may have to build a new one. So what can we do, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't know. You tell me.
All right. Well,
I love paying more taxes. I hope they triple, right?
Oh my God. Wait a minute. You need to hook up with Kelsey and get some mental health there going. No one wants to pay more taxes.
I know, no one does, but what are you going to do?
Well, here's the thing. Well, one of the reasons why it's happening is we have 7 municipalities in the school district. And without delving into this, that could be a whole separate show. Every municipality does their own thing within our school district, right? And they all have land use plans. They do their own. They only worry about themselves, and there's no cooperation. And none of them are really communicating with the school district. So that's another reason why potentially some of this stuff is news to the school district. But anyways, what can we do? I think the biggest thing is people have to get involved. I mean, very few people give a crap about what's happening locally.
Yeah,
but I would think that if their school property taxes go up significantly, people are going to care about that. Now we have a window of time. Now it's not huge. We might have 2, 3, 4 years. If people really get into this, we might be able to dent this a little bit.
No, you know what? No one's going to show up at meetings. They're just going to get on social media and complain about it.
Well, that doesn't do anything.
That doesn't do anything.
So
show up, speak.
Maybe Linglestown Gazette can spur some of this on, because we need watchdogs, just like I'm talking. You need watchdogs on the school district. We need people just not to report and create stories that get published, not reporters, but people who keep an eye on stuff and pass that information on to Linglestown Gazette. Right. I mean, it takes very little time to do that. You don't have to have, if you can just listen and just tell what happened. They decided to spend $2 million on a new program to help teachers. Well, we need to know that in advance of them voting on it. So we just need watchdogs. When it comes to this issue, potentially we could get some money from the state and from the federal government if they selling it on the fact that we have a big push in new development that's going to impact our schools in a significant way. I mean, we might be able to get some money that way and sort of tamp down the the money that the taxpayers have to kick in. So
yeah, and that's something for somebody like Rep. Kerwin to answer and get him involved.
With state representatives, Anthony, we have Representative Kerwin, Representative Fleming, Representative Mattson. They're all represent parts of the district. On the Senate side, we have Patty Kim, who covers most of it. But then Middle Paxton Township for the Senate is Greg Rothman over in Cumberland County. He covers Middle Paxton Township somehow. And then we also have Representative Perry. You have an in with him. You back him. And then Senators Fetterman and McCormick. All those could have an in. They all need to be alerted to what's going on and begin to understand what's the dynamics that are happening here, because they all have the ability to influence the flow of money to some degree.
Sure.
So that's what activists, concerned citizens, and all that kind of thing to do. So
maybe we could get. I'll talk to Scott. Maybe you can get him on and talk to him about it.
Yeah, because it's going to be, if we don't band together. The bottom line is you're going to feel it in your pocketbook when it comes to property taxes over the next decade. See if there's anything else. That's the main thing. The main push I think is that we have to get people involved. And I know most people just are entertained by Facebook, but maybe this is a venue we can get some help, get people turned.
Do many people show up at the school board meetings in public and speak? And
I've been out of the loop there for almost 7 years, Anthony, so I'm not sure. I think it really depends on the issues. And let's take a look at the comments. Mac McCormick, I'm usable to send any comments on the live stream. I'm unable. I think that's what he's trying to say. I'm able to send any comments on the live stream. Well, I did see that one, Mac. It's 7:27 this evening. And then Becky Ryder Craft says, as far as the development up in Dauphin, just past the park and ride on the right.
Yeah, park and ride. There's a park and ride.
Park and ride.
Exit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I
know where the park. I know where the park's at. No, we're not
the park. The park and ride.
A park and ride. Okay, I got you.
There's a park and ride at the top of the exit ramp.
I saw it
when
today.
You talk to Dolphin Water Gap exit.
So
and
I see the
make a-
park and ride. I have to go right. Is that correct?
No, when you're at the top of the ramp, if you're coming off 322 and make a left,
Oh, left. Okay.
and then Hagee Lane's just down on your right. You
I'll
can't
find
miss
it.
the development.
Hagee Lane is going to be my key marker.
Yeah,
there.
it's easy.
So that's
No
about
other
all I have,
comments?
Anthony. No other comments. I mean, other than I think we just have to keep talking about people getting involved at some degree, at least be educated about it. I mean, we know that 85% of the people are going to do nothing. What we're after is that 20 to 15% that may get them motivated.
Yeah, get involved and speak up. I mean, this is where it matters to us right here, local. I mean, when you start talking about on the federal side, the presidential and the U.S. reps and senators, yeah, that's important. But this is where it really matters to us, is getting involved in the local politics.
Now, I don't know the last thing I'll say on this issue is I don't know when the timing was, but this harkens back to the time frame whenever our area had all kinds of little school district dotted around the area, and they came together and formed Central Dauphin School District. I don't know how many school districts there were or how that worked, but that was the last revolution when it came to school districts. They combined.
Years ago they tried to redraw the lines, and people were up in arms because they lived in a certain development and they didn't want their kids going to this school or that school. That was a big deal.
Well, the other thing I just thought of is that when these schools get crowded, the other thing, and this is always controversial, the other thing that school officials, school boards look at is redistricting the school district as far as where your kid goes.
Yeah,
they change the lines, to try and move things around so that they do have room.
Yeah.
So
then you'll see some
you better be involved
parents.
then, to speak up. Or they'll just move it to where it makes sense to the officials.
Or send them to private school.
Well, that's another option too, sure.
Yeah.
Anthony, thanks for your help as always. Thanks for your
support. Is that
support.
all we have?
That's all I have.
I got so much energy. It's only 10 to 8. I got a lot of energy here, Bill.
Let's go play some pickleball.
My God. My God. Have you ever played bocce? You know what
I have.
bocce is?
Yes, I have. I was in a league one time.
Yeah, how'd you do?
At Coons Park. I'm not bad.
That's a nice court. That's a nice court to have.
Yeah, I know somebody that has a court. Maybe they'll invite me up to play with you or something with a game.
Yeah, I'll mention that. I think that gate will close.
Oh, jeez. Hey, he talks to me. He answers my questions.
You're good. He likes you.
Anthony, thanks again.
All right, see you in the morning.
Informative show. Everyone, we'll see you next.
Get involved. There's no township meeting tomorrow night. There's one next Tuesday, the 31st. Get out there and talk.
No. Well, it has the first Tuesday of the month. So maybe 2 weeks without a meeting.
2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, maybe John Campbell can finally get his act together and get the plan instead of waiting until June or July when everybody's on vacation.
You rest up, Anthony, for that first meeting in April. You'll need it.
All right, good night. See ya.
Good night.